Welcome back to my YouTube channel Numerous Vault Treasures. Imagine this: you're sipping your morning coffee, scrolling through the news, when suddenly, a headline catches your eye. Ordinary 1978 pennies sold for $432,000. You rush to your coin jar. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Because tonight, we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing stories in American numismatic history, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent coin, a simple penny that turned an ordinary collector into a millionaire. Stay with me until the end, because by the time this video ends, you'll not only know why this coin is so valuable, but how to find out if you're the next hidden millionaire. And no, we're not talking about the pennies you glued to the floor in high school. Those are still worth 1 cent. It all started quietly in the late 1970s, a time of disco, inflation, and copper pennies that jingled in every American pocket. The 1978 Lincoln cent was just another coin in circulation, or so everyone thought, but beneath the dull copper surface lay a secret. Collectors began noticing slight differences, coins with unusual luster, perfect strikes, and in some cases, faint errors in the die alignment point. One day, a collector from Illinois opened an old cigar box his grandfather left behind. Inside were dozens of coins, among them, a flawless 1978 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. At first glance, nothing special, but under magnification, it revealed a die anomaly so rare it would shake the coin community. That single penny, authenticated and graded by PCGS, would later sell for a staggering $432,000. But what exactly made this ordinary penny turn into a life-changing treasure? Let's uncover the secret behind its shocking value. To understand why the 1978 no mint mark penny is so valuable, you need to know one thing: mint marks matter. Usually, pennies struck in Denver carry a small D under the date, those made in San Francisco, an S. But the Philadelphia Mint? Typically, no mark at all. So, how could a no mint mark penny be rare if it's normal for Philadelphia coins? Here's where it gets interesting. During 1978, a small batch of coins was struck with experimental dies meant to test a new copper zinc alloy composition. These were never meant for circulation, but somehow, a handful escaped into the public. These coins had unusual die pressure, flawless surfaces, and microscopic doubling visible only under magnification. Experts estimate fewer than a dozen of these exist in pristine condition, and each could be worth hundreds of thousands. So yes, the penny that fell between your car seats could literally be your retirement plan. Maybe it's time to check before vacuuming next time, but value isn't just about rarity, it's about story and condition. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC use a 70-point scale. A coin graded MS67 or higher with perfect luster, no scratches, and die clarity can skyrocket in value. The record-breaking 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny scored MS68 red, making it one of the finest known examples on earth. And here's where things get even crazier: there's a twist most collectors don't know now. Here's the secret twist. Experts believe there are still 1978 no mint mark errors undiscovered in circulation, tucked away in jars, drawers, or even pocket change. Every day, coins vanish into obscurity as people spend or melt them without realizing their value. Imagine someone paying for coffee, using a penny that could have been worth $400,000. That's not just a mistake, that's a missed legacy. So, how can you find one? Here's your step-by-step treasure hunt. Search your old coin jars, especially if you've had them since the 70s or inherited them. Use a magnifying glass or USB microscope. Look for sharp details, perfect rim edges, and that brilliant red luster. Check for die doubling on Lincoln's eye or the lettering "In God We Trust." Send potential finds to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Never clean your coins. Cleaning destroys collector value. Think of it like antiques. You wouldn't wax your grandmother's 18th century chair before selling it. Same rule applies. These coins aren't just metal, they're living history. They remind us that sometimes, the most ordinary things we overlook every day hold extraordinary value. And here's the truth most people miss: you don't need to be a millionaire to find one. You just need to be curious enough to look. Because what if the next penny you hand to a cashier could have paid off your mortgage, or bought you a luxury car, or even changed your life forever? Because one ordinary-looking 1971 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has stunned collectors, selling for an unbelievable $432,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, worth nearly $500,000. But what makes this coin so valuable? How can you tell if you have one? And why are experts warning that millions might be letting fortunes slip through their fingers every single day? Let's find out. In 1971, the U.S. Mint struck over 1.9 billion Lincoln cents in Philadelphia, most of them completely ordinary, but a very rare handful, were struck with a mysterious minting error that would go unnoticed for decades. No mint mark, subtle doubling on the date, and the word liberty. At first glance, it looks like pocket change, But under magnification, it reveals one of the most beautiful and profitable mistakes in American coinage history. Here's where it gets fascinating. The Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark back then. So the question became, how do you tell a 1-cent coin from one worth $432,000? Because, let's be honest, no one's pulling out a microscope at the grocery store. The answer lies in minute doubling, the tiny, ghost-like second image around the date. And lettering, caused by a die error during minting. Collectors call it the 1971 double die penny, and if you've got one, you're holding a piece of American history, and possibly a fortune. Now, here's the heartbreaking part: most people have no idea what they're holding. Every year, millions of these old pennies are spent, dropped, or melted down, erasing their potential to change someone's life. Imagine cleaning out your parents' coin jar, thinking it's just spare change, and tossing away a $400,000 coin. It's not just about the money. It's about what that coin represents: a moment in time, a mistake that became magic, a symbol of hidden wealth in plain sight. When a pristine 1971 no-mint mark penny with the double die obverse hit the auction block, it shocked even veteran collectors. The hammer dropped at $432,000, setting a new standard for what this humble copper coin could achieve. Not bad for something that can't even buy a gumball, right? But here's where it gets even crazier. Experts believe there are still undiscovered examples sitting quietly in people's homes across America, maybe tucked inside an old coffee can, maybe resting in your childhood coin collection, or maybe, right now, sitting in your pocket. So how do you know if you've got one of the valuable ones? Because here's the thing, not every 1971 penny is worth a fortune. Miss one key detail, and you could walk away from a life-changing discovery. Here's what to look for. Take a close look at the front of the coin, specifically, the year 1971 and the word Liberty. If you notice strong doubling on the numbers or letters, crisp, bold, and clearly visible, you could be holding the rare double die obverse version. No mint mark under the date, even better. That means it was struck in Philadelphia, where this particular error occurred. And next, check the condition. Collectors call it grade. The higher the grade, meaning fewer scratches or wear, the more you earned. A coin graded MS65 red or higher, that's when we're talking six-figure territory. Think about it. A simple penny that once sat in your palm could be your ticket to a new beginning, a reminder that wealth often hides in unexpected places. So maybe it's time to stop ignoring that old jar of coins in your kitchen, because, who knows, your penny jar might secretly be your retirement fund. But act fast. As awareness grows, more collectors are hunting these down, and the market for rare 1971 pennies is heating up like never before. Every day you wait, another one gets sold, certified, and locked away in private collections forever. So tonight, when you get home, grab a magnifying glass, open that drawer, check those old rolls of pennies, because one tiny coin could rewrite your story. And remember, sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the greatest wealth. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, because every week we reveal the hidden fortune behind America's rarest coins and the secrets that could turn your pocket change into a legacy. This is Coin Secrets, where history meets fortune. Imagine waking up one morning to realize that the penny you tossed in a jar years ago could be worth more than your entire house. It sounds unbelievable, but it's real. A 1996 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, just a single copper coin, recently shocked collectors with a jaw-dropping market value of $765,000. And here's the twist: millions of Americans might have one just like it, hidden in plain sight. Let's travel back to 1996, the year DVDs hit the shelves, eBay launched online, and the Denver Mint quietly struck over 6 billion Lincoln pennies. To most people, these were just coins for coffee change. But buried among billions, a few came out different, flawed, unique. And in the coin world, different means valuable, sometimes life-changing. Now, before you run to check your sofa cushions, hold on. Let's first see what makes this penny so special. The 1996 D penny became legendary for a rare combination of minting errors, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even a mysterious metal composition anomaly. When the right conditions align, a sharp D mint mark, pristine surface, and rare strike, collectors go absolutely wild. But what exactly turns a 1-cent coin into a $765,000 fortune? The answer lies deeper, in the hidden rules of value that most people overlook. Every coin tells a story, and most of them end quietly in pockets, cash registers, or dusty drawers. But a few are destined for greatness. Collectors don't just buy coins. They buy rarity, perfection, and the chase of history itself. And here's the part that stings: every year, thousands of Americans unknowingly spend coins that could have made them rich. They give away fortunes, one penny at a time. So, if you ever used a 1996 penny in a vending machine, you might have just bought a soda for $765,000. The 1996 Lincoln sent with the ultra-rare error and perfect MS-68 Plus condition sold at a private auction for nearly $750,000. Collectors described it as a once-in-a-generation find. Now imagine this: you open your old coin jar, pull out a handful of change, and there it is. That same mint mark. That same luster. That same hidden destiny. But here's where things get even more fascinating: the clues that reveal whether your coin is worth a penny or a penthouse. If you want to find out whether your 1996 penny is the one collectors are fighting over, start with these 3 crucial checks. Look for the crisp, bold D, no blur, no doubling. The genuine high-value strike is flawless in its sharpness. Under magnification, check for faint doubling in Lincoln's date, eyes, or lettering, signs of a rare doubled die strike that skyrockets the price. Even the right coin is worthless if it's scratched, corroded, or worn. Coins graded MS-67 or MS-68 by PCGS or NGC reach elite value levels, some fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars. But there's one secret factor most collectors never talk about, and it's the reason some 1996 pennies sell for hundreds, while others touch the $1 million mark. It's all about provenance, the coin's journey. If your penny has been stored safely, never cleaned, and authenticated by a top grading service, its value can multiply overnight. And here's the truth: as awareness spreads, these coins are being snapped up fast. Once they're gone, they're gone. The window to profit is closing with every passing day. A penny. 1 cent. The smallest coin in America's currency, and yet, it holds the power to rewrite someone's destiny. So don't underestimate what's sitting in your pocket, your desk drawer, or that forgotten coffee can in your garage. Because the next story of wealth, the next American dream rediscovered, might just start with your 1996 Lincoln penny. And hey, if you find one, don't spend it at the gas station. You might just fill your tank for life. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden secrets of America's rare coins, make sure to subscribe to our channel, where every coin tells a story, and every story could lead to fortune. Imagine finding a single penny, a coin so ordinary, you've probably walked past it 1,000 times, but what if I told you one of these humble Lincoln cents from 2004 is worth an unbelievable $543,000? Sounds impossible, right? But in the world of coin collecting, impossible is just another Tuesday. Let's face it, most of us have more pennies stuck between our couch cushions than in our wallets. But after this video, you might start vacuuming your furniture very carefully. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, how an ordinary coin turned into a small fortune, and how you could be sitting on the next one. The year was 2004. Gas was cheap, iPods were the new craze, and Lincoln pennies were quietly rolling off production lines in Philadelphia. Without a mint mark, most people never gave them a second glance. After all, what could be special about a coin worth 1 cent? But hidden among millions of these copper-plated zinc coins was one error, one subtle, beautiful mistake that would change everything. What kind of error could turn a 1-cent coin into a $500,000 treasure? We'll get there, but first, you need to understand why this matters. You see, in the world of numismatics, rarity is power. A small strike misalignment, a doubled die, or a missing mint mark can mean the difference between pocket change and generational wealth. The 2004 Lincoln no-mint mark penny became legendary because of an extraordinary minting error, a die clash and a missing mint mark that made it one of a kind. Collectors began whispering about it, auction houses prepared, and then, it happened. In 2023, a collector in Illinois sold his 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln cent for a staggering $543,000. The coin showed nearly flawless condition, a distinct error pattern, and the kind of provenance that sends collectors into a frenzy. Imagine handing over a penny to pay for coffee, only to realize later, you just tipped your barista $500,000. And here's the part that stings: thousands of these coins are still out there. Some may already be in circulation, some might even be in your home, buried in a jar, ignored for years. But the clock is ticking. Every year that passes, more coins get damaged, lost, or destroyed, and every one that vanishes makes the remaining survivors even more valuable. So how do you know if you have one of these golden pennies in disguise? Start by inspecting the date, 2004. Then look closely under the year for a mint mark. If there's no D or P, that's your first clue. Next, look for unusual details, a ghostly double image, or faint clash marks where Lincoln's silhouette shouldn't be. Because the next coin you check could be the one that changes your life forever. And if your spouse catches you with a magnifying glass under the kitchen light at midnight, just tell them you're conducting a six-figure investigation. Think about it, every great fortune starts with one decision. For some, it's buying stocks, for others, it's real estate, but for the few who know the secrets hidden in America's change, it starts with a single penny. This isn't just about coins. It's about recognizing opportunity where others see nothing. It's about transforming something ordinary into a legacy of wealth and freedom. So, the next time you hold a penny, don't see 1 cent, see possibility, see history, see wealth waiting to be discovered. Because someone, somewhere, is going to find the next $543,000 penny, and it could either be them, or it could be you. If you believe hidden treasures still exist, hit that subscribe button and join the collectors uncovering America's forgotten wealth, because here on Coin Secrets, every coin tells a story, and yours might just be the next millionaire tale. Imagine this for a moment. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, maybe one that's been sitting in your kitchen drawer for decades. You pick up a simple 1977 penny, dull, worn, nothing special, and you're about to toss it back, but wait. That very coin could be worth $326,000. Crazy? Maybe. Impossible? Not at all. In fact, one ordinary-looking 1977 Lincoln cent recently shocked collectors across America, and today, we're going to uncover exactly why. So before you spend that penny, you might want to watch this to the very end. The story begins in the late 1970s, a time of disco, inflation, and a nation shifting into a new economic era. But hidden within those copper coins minted in 1977 lies one of the greatest numismatic mysteries of modern times, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. These coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and like most Philly pennies, they carry no mint mark under the date. But not all of them were created equal. Just a few, came out with microscopic imperfections, unique metal blends, and striking errors so rare, experts call them once-in-a-lifetime finds. Now, if you're thinking, sure, I'll just check my couch cushions, you might not be too far off. Some of these million-dollar coins were found in pocket change, coffee jars, even parking lot machines. But what makes one penny from 1977 worth a fortune while another is barely worth 1 cent? The answer lies in the smallest details. And those details, if you know what to look for, could literally change your financial future. To understand its value, we first need to look closely at 3 things: minting errors, metal composition, and condition. Most 1977 Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But a few experimental coins, believed to have been struck on bronze planchets left over from previous years, have surfaced. These are the ones setting record-breaking prices. If your penny has a sharp strike, a thick rim, or appears slightly heavier than usual, you may want to grab a magnifying glass. Because these are signs you might be holding a rare transitional error. And if you don't have a magnifying glass, don't worry, your smartphone's camera zoom works just fine. No excuses now. But condition is king. A flawless mint state coin, graded MS67 or higher by PCGS, can command 6 figures at auction. One such 1977 no-mint mark penny recently fetched over $326,000, shocking even veteran collectors. But what drives that kind of value? What transforms a coin you could find in your pocket into a life-changing treasure? The answer isn't just about metal, it's about meaning. These coins aren't just pieces of metal. They're symbols, tiny capsules of American history that survived decades of change. Every scratch tells a story, every shine whispers of a time when money was still made to last. And for collectors or dreamers like you, that story is priceless. So yes, your 1977 penny could be worth hundreds of thousands. But even more powerful is what it represents, the possibility that wealth isn't always earned, sometimes it's discovered. Just imagine explaining to your grandkids that your retirement plan came from a penny jar. Now here's where it gets serious. These rare finds are disappearing fast. Every year, thousands of old coins are melted down or lost forever, meaning the chance to find one gets smaller by the day. Wait too long, and your opportunity could vanish, quite literally, in a furnace. So go ahead, check those drawers, those jars, those forgotten piggy banks. Because one coin, just one, could transform your life. If you found this story inspiring, imagine what else is hiding in your pocket change. Subscribe now to Coin Secrets USA, where ordinary coins reveal extraordinary fortunes.